Hey there, it's the Viperian here, and I'm gonna be providing some important tips and tricks you need to know for Crash Bandicoot 4, especially since this game is extremely different compared to the Insane trilogy. This video will include stuff like all of the hidden crates and gems, how to get used to the newer controls, how to 100% a level, and many more. Especially if you are playing the demo right now and is trying to get 100% on all the 3 levels, which is No Way Out, Dino Dash, and Ship Happens. And since I've already completed all 3 levels at 100% myself, hopefully these tips and tricks that I've learned from this will be able to help you out. And also, if you're not actually playing the demo yet, but you're actually watching this video will definitely help you out as well to get you prepared when the game finally comes out. And with that out of the way, let's start with the guide. And also, I don't usually like to do this in my videos, but there are a huge percentage that watches my videos that aren't subscribed. So it would be really great if you can subscribe if you haven't already just by clicking on the big red button below. It's free and it's really easy, and you can always unsubscribe anyway if you want to. Alright, let's start with the number 1 tip that you probably should know, and that is the slide spin mechanic. You can do that by simply pressing slide and then spinning almost immediately after that, which is the circle and then the square button on the PS4. And this is actually a really fast way to move around in the levels. Now this game is really different compared to the Insane trilogy, as in previous games, slide jumping is way faster, and in here, you will find yourself at a disadvantage in terms of speed if you kept on spamming the slide jump in this game. Here is another YouTuber by the name of Jordy, and he's actually a speedrunner, and you can see that he utilizes this movement technique a lot to speedrun through the levels. If you're interested, just search for him and you can take a look at his speedrun. Secondly, while slide jumping now works differently, this does not make it completely useless, which is what I want to point out on tip number 2. One of the plus side of slide jumping is the extra airtime you can get from it, and it is still an extremely useful tool to reach harder to reach spots. And also, jumping acts as a slide cancel as well, and it is really useful to hit crates like this one, where you have to jump out of the way as quickly as you can before getting blown up by the TNT. Now the third tip is also tied to the mechanics, and that is actually the double jump. During the demo, you are able to use the double jump right off the bat without unlocking it like previous games, and you will find that the double jump is in fact slowing you down the moment you press the double jump button in the air. Which, compared to the Insane trilogy, the double jump doesn't actually slow you down there, but here in Crash 4, it slows you down tremendously. So it is a good idea to note that you should not spam this if you are running away from, let's say, a dinosaur. I've died a few times already from spamming the double jump too much in this chase scene, and found out that just single jumping and slide spinning works like a charm. However, that doesn't mean that a double jump is actually useless, which brings us to point number 4, which is to use the double jump to control your momentum. Obviously, we already know that it gives you extra heights, and the immediate slowdown from a double jump while you're in the air is a perfect way to control where and how you will land. Take this gameplay for instances where this part of Dino Dash is usually really difficult, but with the use of double jumping and I'm able to predict where I should land, the double jump actually helped me in stopping my tracks while in the air and looking for the perfect place to land. And speaking of momentum, tip number 5, let's talk about the dreaded ice for a moment in No Way Out. Now the ice in this game is extremely hard to maneuver on, especially with the new snappier movement that Crash has, and it makes it a lot more harder. And you can easily fix that by simply double jumping off the ice, and while you are on the way down to land, do not press anything and you will land on the ice in a still position. No more of those hard to control scenarios anymore, so if you are someone who initially has a hard time on the ice, this is one way to gain back full control of Crash and Coco. Tip number 6, the WUMPA fruit counter on the top left. New to Crash 4, you are now able to collect all 3 extra gems per level, and that is by collecting a good amount of WUMPA fruits. And once you have reached a certain threshold, you will get up to a total of 3 gems. Do note that you do not have to collect every single WUMPA fruit in the game, just enough to fill up the bar towards the 3rd gem. Tip number 7, the flashback tapes. Now in order for you to collect the flashback tapes, you must not die more than 3 times until you reach the tape. If you did however die more than 3 times before reaching the tape, the flashback tape will just simply be transparent and you simply cannot collect it. So you're gonna have to restart the level again and do it all over to make it reappear once more. Tip number 8, the chasing sequences. Same with previous Crash games, you don't need to spin off the crates yourself, as whatever is chasing you will simply do it it for you, so you don't have to worry as it will count for you and you are still able to get that 100% completion in terms of the WUMPA crates. Tip number 9, we're gonna be talking about Kupunawa, the time bending mask. Most of you know already that Kupunawa has the power to slow down time, and I think I found a way to use it more effectively in terms of these types of sections where you have to make the crates to appear. And the best way to maximize the amount of time you have to break these crates is to simply activate the time slow mechanic first from Kupunawa and then hit the crate afterwards, not the other way around. This way you can make sure that the crates appears for you at the maximum amount of time possible. Tip number 10, you might sometimes encounter some crates in an awkward position like this one, where it is covered by an iron crate above with a mix of TNT and WUMPA crate below. If the WUMPA crate is below, the easiest way to grab it is to simply run forward and then slide through it. Be careful not to initiate your slide too late or the momentum won't carry you far enough and the TNT will simply just land on you and explode. If there is no space to slide into, however, you can do the slide jumping technique by cancelling your slide the moment it hits the crate. If the crate is somewhat in the middle, all you need to do is to jump up, and as soon as you are dropping down, immediately spin and then move out of the way if you can. I would recommend to practice this multiple times as all of these are very time based and it can be really difficult to get used to. And last but not least, tip number 11, all of the hidden crates and gems scattered across the map. Here are a few breakdown of some of the crates and gems that are pretty well hidden, or they are just simply too easy to miss. We'll first start off in Snow Way Out as Crash. There is a smartly placed crate on the left part of the map here, just before the big ship that Cortex blows up. You can reach it by simply standing here and then slide jumping your way up here. One crate is hidden all the way back here, so just take the ice down and get the crate. Just right at the same area here, there is a hidden gem just hidden just on top of the crate of boxes. And the same goes for this part of the level as well further on. Just ride the ice all the way to the back to find that one hidden crate. Towards the end, there is a waterfall right here and you can directly head inside and grab these few crates as well. For Dino Dash, this level is pretty straightforward. Over here, just jump onto the top to get the crate hidden on the top part of screen. And over behind here at the lava section, there is a hidden gem just right there. Now the final level of the demo, ship happens, and for Cortex section, you can find a hidden gem around here. Just head towards the left side like what I'm doing now and you should see the hidden gem. There is one crate that isn't really hidden but easily missed. Just turn this bird into a jelly and then jump up higher to get the crate. Now once you play as Crash in Ship Happens, the same thing applies here as the first level in Snow Way Out. Just ride the snow all the way back to get the hidden crate. Once you're almost at the end of Ship Happens, ride the snow all the way back and you should see a hidden iron crate. Hit that and it should make a crate appear. Same as before, head into this waterfall here to get the last remaining hidden crates. And that is actually it for all the crates and gems hidden. Hopefully this helps you out in getting your 100% completion during the demo. And there you have it, 11 tips to help you in the new Crash Bandicoot 4 game. Hopefully this will help you out in conquering the demo and also will give you a general mental idea and preparation for the full game once it is actually released. If there are any new updates or changes to the tips and tricks after the game launches, I'll make sure to make an updated version of this guide. Also, make sure to subscribe if you learned something new, and why not give the video a like as well. I will also place all of my 100% runs into the description below just in case you need more help. A quick big thank you to the supporters of the channel as well, and to Coco Fan for being the current highest tier on the channel. And while you're still here, why not take a look at these two videos as well, as I'm sure you enjoyed them just as much as I did in making them. This is the Viperian signing off, and I'll see you in the next video.